From a goalkeeper scoring in injury time to a World Cup winning strike in extra time, these are the 10 craziest last-minute goals in football history. And first off, a goal that broke millions of hearts and made one man a legend. The 2014 Champions League final between Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid was supposed to be Atleti's fairy tale ending. They were leading 1-0 in the 93rd minute, just seconds away from their first ever Champions League trophy. But then Sergio Ramos said, nah, and turned into a flying Spaniard to pull off this incredible header. And speaking of men who can fly, this next striker wanted to become the next Superman. The entire world was watching as Argentina and Germany battled it out in the 2014 World Cup final. After 90 minutes of deadlock, everyone thought penalties were inevitable. But Mario Götze suspended himself in mid-air to make this crazy chest control and volley. I didn't know humans could be that composed under pressure. But I'm sure this next striker watched this and was like, I can do better. Bayern Munich had just taken the lead in the 2012 Champions League final against Chelsea and were running away to celebrate. Then Didier Drogba ruined everything by doing this.
Possibly bleak as this.
He had no right scoring that header. No wonder legendary striker Thierry Henry called it one of the most important goals in Champions League history.
He scored some goals that I would have dreamed to score. From the bottom of my heart, maximum respect.
I guess I'll give him that. But still, that was a goal from a striker, unlike this next one, which was from a goalkeeper. Liverpool were desperate for Champions League qualification in 2021, but they received the biggest shock of their lives when their own goalkeeper decided to become a striker. After a corner kick had found chaos in the West Brom box, Alisson Becker shocked the world by pulling off this improbable header.
The big Brazilian stopper has only gone forward.
For a goalkeeper who's supposed to stay in his box, that's the goal of a lifetime. But I'm sure that Alisson would sacrifice everything to be as clutch as this next striker. In the 1999 Champions League final, Manchester United and Bayern Munich were battling it out to become champions. With Bayern leading 1-0 in injury time, United looked defeated and Bayern players were already celebrating. So when that corner came in, old gunner Solskjaer had only one thing on his mind: to get any touch on the ball. United later completed the treble. It's mind-blowing. But despite his heroics, the goal was only good for number 6. Cause up in our top 5 is a striker who didn't just score a goal, but won an entire Premier League title. Before we get there, let's look at one of the most emotional goals in European Championship history. If you've watched football at any level, you know that underdogs rarely win major tournaments. But when you're Eder representing Portugal, there's no such thing as impossible. Everyone in that stadium must have thought France would win at home, but in typical underdog style, he changed direction mid-air to produce one of the greatest strikes in Euro history.
Super strike!
Qualified for the Premier League in 2011, Manchester City were eager to show the world why they belonged with the big boys. In the final day of 2012 Premier League season, City finally got the chance to show their winning mentality. Look at that strike from Aguero.
This is history being written. Amazing.
The replay shows City somehow snatched the title from United's hands in the final seconds. The goal was decisive, as Manchester City won their first Premier League title. But even drama like this is nothing compared to the comeback made by a team that wasn't even supposed to be there. In the most intense match between Barcelona and PSG, Neymar thought he'd finally gotten the chance to lead the greatest comeback in Champions League history. But as Barcelona were 4-0 down from the first leg, everyone came out of nowhere and did this.
Onto his left foot and plays it into the box. It's in the net! 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 It's in the net!
Bloody hell. This team has to be the biggest inspiration. They were willing to break the laws of physics just to complete the impossible. For a team that was 6-1 down on aggregate, that's insane.
Well, this is history. This has not been done before, and I don't know if we'll ever see it ever again.
But even this, nothing compared to this bicycle kick. It can't even be made on FIFA. If you've never played the FIFA game or FC24, whatever they're calling it now,
Say my name. I don't have a damn clue who the hell you are.
then you know that a bicycle kick from 30 yards out is practically impossible, let alone against England. But on this day, Sweden's Zlatan Ibrahimovic didn't care about any rules. The England goalkeeper had come out of his box and cleared the balls to the edge of the centre circle. Then Zlatan spoiled everything.
Right, well, look at that. That is absolutely astonishing.
You feel your pain, England. That's just unbelievable. How does this striker have audacity like that? No wonder they call him the Lion. But even those superhuman skills are nothing compared to the goal that won promotion to the Premier League. The 2013 Championship playoff semi-final couldn't have been. Deeney struck the ball with pure power to send Watford to Wembley. This man didn't just score a goal. He fulfilled an entire club's dreams in one moment. Still, these strikers might pull off some of the craziest last-minute goals in the world, but it's nothing compared to the insane kit designs that made players look like walking disasters, and the jersey that was so bad it got banned by FIFA. Make sure to tune in for our next video to find out the 10 worst kits in football history.